Somebody call a doctor because bad medicine is back. That's the answer. This is the Appleton Oak. I'm Mason Quinn. Folks, today the journey continues. We are checking out Brother Bear 2. This one is from 2006. Not only did I not know that this one existed, I didn't know the first one existed. So after watching the first one, maybe I kind of have an idea of what we're in for given the way things left off, but only one way to find out.
Yeah, what a pleasant surprise that there is a second one, and I'm definitely ready, willing, and able to jump in as long as our favorite Canadian meese are out there. Or moose. Oh, look at that. He's even got the shirt with Rick Moretz on it.
Wrong movie, but hey, you know the sentiment. Yeah, the first one was a really wholesome movie. It was a fun surprise. Like these guys, I didn't know there was a second one, but just keeping my fingers crossed that it is as entertaining as the first. And if that's the case, I think we're on, gonna be going along a pretty fun ride.
All right, without further ado then, let's go!
This is Frankie. Frankie is a good man, hardworking mechanic, working 10-hour shifts and absolutely loves his job. So when a careless shop owner decides not to clean his slick, oily slip and slide 5W30 floor, and Frankie slips, falls, and lands oblique first onto a Phillips screwdriver, he needs somebody who can fight on his side and pay for that catastrophic fail. And that somebody is Morgan & Morgan. Morgan & Morgan is America's largest injury law firm with more than 1,000 lawyers and 4,000 case staff ready to fight for you. But Frankie is worried because he doesn't have the cash to pay for expensive legal fees. But worry no more, because Morgan & Morgan doesn't charge you any sign-up fees or other upfront costs. The fee is free unless you win. But Frankie is conflicted about the situation. He doesn't want to sue his boss, even if his boss hasn't talked to him since the incident. But Frankie, when you sue for an injury, you're not suing your lazy boss, you're suing his insurance company. There's no reason to feel bad for getting the compensation you deserve. So if you've been a victim in a car accident, medical malpractice, workplace injury, or any other personal injury, you can hit the link in the description to get Morgan & Morgan to fight for you. Frankie did, and he sure is thankful Morgan & Morgan had his back. And his oblique.
Same kind of animation.
Yeah.
Hey, look, it's full screen already.
There they are. Oh. Oh, he's doing the Predator.
I think it's Melissa Etheridge.
She's after
Hey, too late. I told you that was no moose. Well, she looked like one from behind.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, gee.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, I think Answer, you're right. I think this is Melissa Etheridge. Yeah.
Hey!
Oh,
I love it when they go through it. It's like the perfect imprint.
Where y'all off to in such a hurry?
Crowberry Ridge.
Salmonberries, raspberries, whortleberries, strawberries.
Slow down now, that's a lot of berries.
Yeah, there's plenty. You want to come with us? Talk!
Can't keep the girls waiting.
Kenai and Koda. We don't need anybody else.
Okay,
Oh,
but
it's not
you
Joaquin.
can't run from love. It has a way of tracking you down.
hey, he is a love bear.
Did you see the look on Tug's face? Can't keep the girls waiting.
Who needs rest? A couple of bears who are going to beat all the other bears to Crowberry Ridge.
It's Ronald Miller.
Patrick Dempsey. It's Patrick Dempsey.
Yeah.
You promise to go to sleep.
Okay.
He really sounds like 1985 Patrick Dempsey here.
I love berries.
Good night, Koda.
Oh.
Having a little flashback here.
Oh, Jesus.
Tracy, to Hokani Falls. Wait up!
I'm gonna hit you with this blunt stick right in your sternum.
Oh, I've seen Bear
Uh-oh.
Grylls do that.
Oh! Don't use your
Oh.
stick. Reach in.
Here. We're always gonna be best friends, huh?
Best friends forever.
There's the lights.
Come on, lights or the spirits?
Goodbye, Kenai. Bye, Nita.
Don't fall in the water.
Again.
So who's Nita? Did you know you talk in your sleep?
Oh, she's a girl I used to know.
Whatever happened to her?
I guess she grew up.
Oh, I got a feeling we're gonna find out.
Nita, there!
Must have brought his entire village
Nita's
with
groom.
him.
Well, my sweet, this marriage is extremely important. That's why we came to help you get ready.
I think I'll feel better when I'm dressed.
Dressed?
But you don't understand. I already have one picked
Simple
out.
reindeer hide.
A simple reindeer hide. Caribou.
You look as beautiful in that dress as your mother did. Your mother would be so proud.
I wish she was here.
Oh, she is. Once you love someone, they stay in your heart.
Wait
Are
a
you
minute.
ready to meet Edgar?
Meet Adka.
Well, yeah.
That's the groom.
Meet as an arranged marriage?
Yep.
I see where we're going here.
It's for the power of the families, and then they can ride dragons later. And
It's a good alliance.
yes,
Great spirits, we come before you today to bond this man and this woman as one. We pray this pleases you.
Yeah, but he could be like Gaston. Whoa. Apparently it does not please the spirits.
No.
wow, what's causing all this?
The spirits are trying to tell us something. It must be a sign.
I'm gonna go with she needs her true love, Kenai.
Well,
Problem
so,
is he's a bear.
all right, first you're going to have to either transform into a bear or fall in love with a bear. One of the two.
We have some logistical issues.
So the ice cracked right out for Monday. Sure you haven't put on a few pounds? Why don't we just ask the spirits, okay? Yeah.
What are they saying?
Don't interrupt. It ain't all about you.
Kind of is.
You can't marry Kaka.
Atka.
Whatever. You're already matched up, Miss Two-Timer,
Miss Two-Timer.
to the one who gave you this.
Oh.
Kenai.
The bear boy?
No. We were just
I guess everybody knows.
Yeah.
You can't undo what's been done. There is one way. Does this place mean anything to you?
Hokani Falls.
Ah, that was their spot.
You gotta go to Hokani Falls. When the spirits change winter into spring, you must burn the amulet. With the person who gave you the amulet. And I suggest you go look in the woods.
How will I talk to him?
Don't be afraid. It's in there. That ain't it. Go on, try it again.
Didn't see that coming, did
No.
you?
Did not see that.
All this walking has made me crazy hungry.
All the roots you can eat, buddy.
I've got killer instincts.
Yeah, right.
Get down.
What is it?
Did she find him already?
Over there, past them trees. Whoa.
Give it a whirl. Oh, you recognized her.
Nita? No, Nita. It's me.
Kenai?
Look at you. You really changed. You can understand me?
Yeah,
You've been looking for me? Why?
this is why.
You've kept this?
Oh, no.
Boy.
Oh, boy.
You and I have to go to Hokani Falls.
Together?
And burn it.
And burn it. Burn it. Little trinket.
Well,
ouch.
what I mean is we were just silly kids.
Oh, look at his face. He just went,
Have fun burning the silly little trinket on your own.
So you're Nita. And I was just dreaming about you.
Whap!
Oh, that's the little brothers do.
Yeah.
You're just gonna walk away? You're not gonna help me take care of this? I guess I'll just wait for them to turn you back into a human and send you to find me.
Would they do that?
No.
What if they did turn you back into a man? We wouldn't be brothers anymore.
No, Koda, it's
We'd always be brothers. Tell him that.
okay. We'll go to Hokani Falls, but right after that, buddy, just the two of us. We'll race down to Crowberry Ridge. Pinky swear.
Then it's settled.
Tina has a lousy sense of direction. He's trying to find our cave in the dark.
All right.
Oh, I wanted to hear the rest of the story.
When we met, she didn't know the first thing about being a man.
We'll give you a call. Yeah, we'll catch you later. Yeah, we gotta go.
These guys are weird.
Don't look. You'll only encourage them.
But they won't give us the time of day. Yeah, so what we were thinking is maybe you could help us with, an opening line like, "Hey, ladies, nice dewlaps. Are those things real?"
Excuse me.
We're out of here. Bye. Every moves for himself.
This is Nita. She's with me and Kenai.
She is?
Scary, isn't she?
Let's go. We're running out of daylight.
Nita, let me have a minute to give these guys a little romantic advice.
Romantic advice? From you? Stop kidding.
Koda.
I think this calls for more than just a good opening line. Acts of bravery. That's what really impresses the ladies.
Bravery sounds scary.
I like all ferocious. You guys come over to the beaver dam and rescue them.
It's kind of like Back to the Future.
It's exactly like Back to the Future.
It's been done in other movies besides.
Maybe he got a hold of some bad salmon.
This ought to impress the ladies for sure, eh?
Yeah.
Gonna rip you to shreds! I said I'm gonna rip you to shreds!
You're afraid of the claw.
I, Took, and my brother Rut will save you, eh? You're gonna have to go through us if you want them. Yeah, you'll have to kill us. Sorry. Maybe not kill us, but just, push us down or something.
Wait, guys, where are you going? Don't leave.
Blows striking.
I thought you were supposed to be scaring moose.
Do you think you can help me out here?
Try to get you out of here.
Uh-oh.
Oh, she's gonna have a flashback.
Okay, let's see here.
It's floating right in front of you. Just grab it.
Oh.
Oh.
Nita, get it!
I'm a little busy here.
Oh no!
Oh, boy.
The amulet!
Oh.
Well, that waterfall doesn't look quite as big as it did when they showed the down angle.
No.
Oh, thank goodness.
There's the amulet in it, though.
Oh, trash panda.
Hey, wait, that's my stuff! you leave that alone!
Oh,
The
thieving
mischievous
raccoon.
Oh, the amulet is gone! Thanks a lot, Kenai.
What did I do?
This is all your fault.
My head was stuck. What's your excuse?
Oh.
A little bit more complicated than your
I think he
adult.
might have just...
No, I'll never be able to marry Adka.
I better go out and hunt down that racket.
Yep. Better go find them.
The Rakins.
Rakins.
The Rakins.
That's what our friend Ricky from
Trailer
from the north calls them Rakins.
Is he gonna have it in the morning? He's gonna come through.
Kenai spent the whole night untangling those tracks. He found the river bandits' hideout.
Show me.
Shh, I don't have it yet. It's up in the tree. Nita, wait!
Hey!
Let me handle this.
I'm fine. I've got it covered.
No, seriously, you could fall.
What?
Can any of you morons define the term nocturnal?
Listen, you've got something of ours.
Oh, jeez.
Oh boy.
He's a lean, mean raccoon butt-kicking machine.
No.
Just raining down pine cones.
What about a tree?
Whoa, whoa, whoa! Hold your fire! Hold it! Hold.
Hold your fire.
That's what I got.
Wow.
Shoot, come on.
Aw.
Oh.
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 Just clears them all out.
Oh,
The
jeez.
sound they're making, it's
They are relentless.
Go to the top.
What? I'm trying to get down.
Yes, that's it. Keep going.
What is his plan here?
Oh, he's gonna Colorado the tree.
Nita, let go.
What?
Just trust me. Don't listen. Come on.
Don't listen to him.
This better work.
Oh. Oh.
You were amazing. Glad we finally got the old Nita back. Come on. You know you've been kind of a stick in the mud this entire trip. Oh, okay. Maybe you don't know.
Hold on.
What stinks? Let's go check it out.
Hey.
Hey, largest bear. How's it going, eh? Oh, are we glad to see you? So we thought we'd appeal to their olfactory sense. And I'm augmenting my natural muesli musk with a blend of pine needles.
The old butt drag.
I got another plan.
Oh, yeah. I think we've all seen your expertise on romance.
Don't we have an amulet to burn?
Oh, we can spare a moment.
Beauty, eh?
What you need here.
Beauty, eh? I'm gonna start saying that. Beauty, eh?
Hi, I'm playing with my two best friends, and I need a place to hide.
No.
Beauty, eh? Good luck, eh?
Rut, would you giggle me?
Good luck.
Oh, we're looking for our pal.
Haven't seen him.
No beating you, little buddy.
Look at that. Oh, you're so good with him.
Socialize. So,
We just ate. Ow!
We love twigs.
shall I compare thee to a summer's dew? Don't mind my little brother. He was trampled by elk herd when he was a calf.
Who's the better moose matchmaker?
Beginner's luck. You can do a pretty amazing thing.
Oh, no.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
We're making great time. Look, see, we just go down this trail until we hit the river.
River?
Yeah, and then we swim across.
Swim? We go up this ridge to that mountain, then we climb up those cliffs, then we walk across that snow bridge and avoid the river altogether.
I vote for the river.
Me too. 2-1. We win. Let's eat.
Trust me, my way will get us there before you.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Oh, now she's gonna.
You act like you're afraid of fish. Hi, my name is Nita, and I'm afraid of fish. I'm the fish. Oh no, he's gonna eat me.
Oh,
Koda, come on.
Touch me.
Koda, stop.
God.
Koda, stop.
It's the water. That's why I didn't grab the bag in the river. Wasn't your fault we lost the amulet.
We got it back together. That's all that matters, right?
Right.
Ah, look who's feeling.
What are
left
you
out.
looking at?
Hey, that was your dinner.
I'll never be able to cross that river.
We can do that together, too.
There we go.
Funny how it turns out that everything can change. Yesterday
Oh,
was more than I imagined.
They're setting us
Koda.
up with Koda.
The part of me so long forgotten. Home
Aw.
uses like home. I feel like it's now. There's so much more. He's calling, and this feels like home.
Oh, here we go.
It's the only way.
Let's just get on his back.
Let me help you.
There we go.
Whatever happens, don't let go.
Okay.
Where's our little guy at?
There's so much more. He's calling, and this feels like home. This feels like home.
Oh boy.
Is Koda still on the other side of the river?
Yeah.
Aw. Nope.
So where's Big Bear, eh?
With Nita.
Boy, do I know how you feel. My own brother gave me the heave-ho, eh? All for a babe. Actually, two really, really hot babes. Better watch your brother doesn't walk out on you, eh?
Hey.
Aw.
He wouldn't do that.
I said the same thing, eh?
Compare thee to a summer's dew.
Did you just make that up?
Beauty, eh? He's such a poet.
Beauty, eh? Such a poet.
I had all my fur when we went into the river. The 2 handfuls were missing when we came out.
It does look really thin right through here.
Yeah, very funny.
This is the most fun I've had since we were kids. Fun, but cold.
Oh, here we go.
Let me put these big old paws around you.
We gonna get a twilight?
That's what I was thinking.
Just a little spooning to keep them warm.
So, Hokani Falls. A lot sure has changed since the last time we were there. Do you miss being human? Have you ever thought about changing back?
Oh.
Oh no.
I've thought about it.
I knew it. You're going back with her.
Koda, wait. Koda, wait.
Oh, now what's gonna happen to Koda? He's gonna get in trouble.
Did she grab the bag?
Hello? Koda?
I don't like this.
Are you in here?
Is it gonna be a different bear?
Go away.
Kenai's worried sick about you.
No, I said go away.
Oh, we're gonna have a cave in. I don't like it.
No. Nita.
Oh no.
You gonna make it out? Oh.
Nita.
Oh.
Don't move.
Oh, avalanche.
Oh, avalanche. Oh no.
Ooh, that's not good.
I remember Kenai as being able to dig.
Yep.
Koda. What would I have done if anything happened to you?
You said you missed being one of them. You're going back with her, aren't you?
I do miss things, but you're my brother. I'll never leave you.
Oh, okay. So I thought
Yeah, it's
she left the
bag.
bag, but no, she's wearing it, which is probably smarter anyways.
See that, Nita? That's family.
Family. Nita, just talk to the spirits and turn yourself into a bear.
Problem solved.
There we go.
Now we got Nita as a bear, huh?
Yeah. I smell.
Yeah, this show's
I
giving
smell
me the
trilogy.
munchies, eh?
Are you crying?
No, I mean, well, yeah. These lights are so beautiful, eh?
Oh, he's sensitive.
A moose with depth? It's beauty, eh?
I no longer.
Cute one, isn't he?
I can be sensitive too, eh? I like your hooves. I'm a hoof man. Yours are nice and shiny.
I'm a hoof man. I'm a hoof man.
Not sure.
Oh.
Not sure how far we want to go with that one.
Oh my god. Aw.
There it is.
What is Koda thinking?
Is this the equinox?
Yeah, Koda.
One thing left to do.
My mom is out there somewhere.
Spring has sprung.
I'm up too.
You don't need to wait for the lights to find her, Koda. She's always with you. Once you love someone, they stay in your heart.
Aw. I want a bear cub.
It's time.
Oh boy.
It's not going to burn. That's my prediction.
It's not flammable enough for you?
It's not going to work.
Oh, there goes that prediction.
Koda, you be good, okay?
Great prediction, Mason Quinn.
Such a sweet little cub.
Maybe the amulet didn't really mean anything.
Oh.
Oh, she can't understand him anymore.
Oh no.
I'm telling you, there's going to be a redemption here.
And credits.
Great prediction, Mason Quinn. They're not just going to leave us heartbroken.
Well, you
I
wrote it.
I got a prediction. Something will happen.
Oh, it's never going to be about the amulet to begin with. She couldn't get married because that wasn't in her heart to marry that guy.
Well, she said it. She said it. Her dad said it to her, and she reiterated it with Koda. When you love something, it stays in your heart forever.
Did you give Nita the amulet because you loved her?
It was a long time ago.
But she's still with you. In here.
It doesn't matter.
Of course it matters.
If you do love her, shouldn't you tell her?
It's a little more complicated than that. It's over.
Nothing
is over!
Nothing!
How about first thing in the morning we rustle up some more berries?
Oh, he's going to want
Koda's going to know that
Koda's
that's not what he
gonna.
wants.
He's gonna go. Oh, Koda, what are you doing?
Mom, Kenai's so sad. I'll be okay on my own. Tell the spirits to change Kenai back so he can be happy.
What a selfless act. Uh-oh. No.
Well, Koda's got to grow up to be a big bear here pretty soon, I would think.
Maybe we should throw some water on his face. Hey, we saw a smallish bear last night. He said he was going to bring her back for you.
Bring her back? Oh, no. If he steps foot in the village, the hunters will get him.
Oh, gee.
They gave those two the look like they need to step up.
Yep.
This is much more appropriate.
And that doesn't match anything. Nita, what would make you happy?
Well, this guy kind of turned into a bear, and
We are ready. Are you, my daughter?
Yes, Father.
ooh, not as upbeat as last time.
It's like she's going to marry Prince Valium or something.
Is there something wrong?
I thought that when I burned the amulet, the bond would be broken, but
just an
in my heart, I'm sorry, Daddy. I can't marry Adka.
Nita.
Oh!
Wait, don't hurt him!
Uh-oh.
Adka, no!
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Run.
Nita, are you hurt?
I have to stop them.
Oh!
Stay low.
Kenai.
There you are.
Ah.
Yes!
There they are. A raging moose in the spring. It's like the most dangerous thing there is.
Moose can be real dangerous.
Beauty, eh?
Yeah, it worked out.
Oh!
What the hell?
Oh!
How could you?
What?
He was my friend. I don't understand. I'm sorry.
Okay, we know what that means.
I love you too.
Oh boy, here we go.
Oh, what's gonna happen?
So is Kenai gonna turn into a man, or is she gonna turn into a bear?
Nita's gonna turn.
She can understand them though.
Understand you. I asked the spirits to turn you back into a man. I just want you to be happy again.
Nita. I can't.
She's gonna.
I can't.
Yeah, I called it. Yeah, do it.
Am I the only one that hears these bears speaking?
Yeah, that's beauty.
Is this what you want? Will this make you happy? You are my daughter, and I will love you no matter what you choose.
Oh,
wow.
Nita?
How do I look?
Like a bear. Except they give you antlers.
All the bears.
a lot of bears. Are we having
Walking
a bear
down the
wedding?
aisle.
A bear wedding. I mean, father's taking it pretty well. You know, considering his daughter turned into a bear.
Why not a bear? Why not?
I mean,
our first bear wedding.
I
here.
didn't have that on my bingo card.
Our first bear wedding here on Bad Medicine.
God, I really wish we'd have dressed up.
Happy beginning. Oh.
Beauty, eh? Ow.
Ah!
How's it gonna change?
Hey!
Look at that.
All right.
All right. Well, there was Brother Bear.
Formed by Melissa Etheridge right there.
Somebody called it, but you know, Oak, you had mentioned in the review of the first one that the first movie kind of reminded you of an old VHS tape or a DVD that would be up at the cabin for the weekend, and I think this one definitely falls into that category. If you had the first one, you would definitely have the second one as a part of it. Of course, the addition of Patrick Dempsey. Selfishly, as a fan of some 80s movies, I definitely liked seeing that. Mandy Moore was Nita. I didn't guess that. She's done a lot of acting. I mean, I don't know how much recently, but it seemed like in the early 2000s.
This is Us or whatever she's like.
Yeah.
I can't believe I thought that was Jim Cummings. I can't believe they got Jim Cummings.
Yeah, because she's done a lot of stuff in the early 2000s, but not so much lately. So maybe that's why I didn't recognize the voice. But of course, good to see Michael Clark Duncan back. Always hearing that voice is always a lot of fun. But
It's so soothing.
But yeah, this one was, obviously it seemed a little bit lower budget than the first one. I mean, it was only, a couple of ticks over an hour long. So this one kind of strikes me as one that maybe Disney would just like put out on their channel, or I don't know if this was a direct to DVD type one. And I don't even know if this one made it to the theater. But I thought it tied up the story nice because, I mean, look, we were kind of wondering what was going to happen. Was Kenai and Koda just going to cruise around in the woods forever as bears? You kind of felt like maybe there was more to the story to be told, and you almost wonder if they could have maybe combined this with the first movie, but maybe it would have got a little messy because we had everything that happened in the first one. So a solid sequel that I think kind of ties up the story of Kenai and Nita and Koda real nice. We had the scenes in there, the classic scenes of either it's a little brother or a good friend, in the case of the moose, who, all of a sudden maybe a buddy of yours, and maybe he meets a girl, and all of a sudden you don't see him so much anymore. You don't hang out like you used to. You're not going down and doing the same stuff you used to. You're not going down to the fishing hole and catching fish like you used to anymore. But of course, in the end, you end up making room for everybody, so things worked out. We had the little bit of danger that you could expect. Koda sees it, he was going to get mad, runs off, gets into some danger. Not the most original story, but I think it worked for this one, and with the story that they told. Obviously, we had the music with Melissa Etheridge that fit the part for this movie. And I mean, I think the big thing that you could kind of take away from it, obviously, aside from the relationships and who's important to you and the strength of brotherhood and love and that sort of thing, is the you can no matter if you're a human or a bear, if you find that right person, sometimes you can make it work, and it doesn't have anything to do with a silly amulet. It's what's in your heart that matters. And, even it did kind of hit on, some heavy stuff of, when people are gone. I mean, Koda's been dealing with his mom being gone. And, as Nita said, they're never truly gone. They're always in your heart. And that's, again, another common theme that we've had in a lot of movies. So I think this is one that, look, it's a shorter movie that I think, some kids could watch and enjoy. And it'd be the follow-up to the first one for them. Some real simple messages that are easy to follow. Nothing overly scary. We kind of had our villains with the raccoons, but they weren't, it wasn't like like a How to Train Your Dragon level villain. Obviously, it was something a little more fun and comedic, but more mischievous, I suppose. So, overall, I think this one is a pretty solid follow-up. I wouldn't rank it, nearly as high as the first one for sure. But I think it filled the role that it needed to do to kind of complete the story. And of course, always great seeing Rick Moranis and Dave Thomas again. So yeah, good solid follow-up.
Yeah, this was a solid follow-up. I mean, it had the childhood friends, you grow up apart, but you still have the love for them all throughout time. And so then you have the classic little brother, like, what about me type thing. But then you realize, well, maybe he's happier without me. So he asks his mom, let him be human again. Like, I was wondering if they're going to go with turning him back to human. Then what they could have done for the third, if they would have made a third movie, whether, theater like the first one, direct to video like this one, have the third one where they change him human. So now it's all about Koda learning how to be a human instead of a bear, having the claws and be able to dig. Well, now he's got to learn a whole new trait of living because he's a human boy instead of a bear boy. But this was still a lot of fun where they had her too where she was scared of the water, and like that is like a real thing that, when you get traumatized as a kid, it sticks with you, and it stuck with her obviously into her early, adulthood. And it finally took, being on the back of a giant bear for her to, finally get over that fear. And then after the avalanche and everything, she like walked right and swam right back across the river, but only to find out that, this isn't the guy I want to marry. And then he tried taking out my best friend who was a bear. Yeah. I mean, he didn't know, but nobody was listening to her when she's like, hey, leave the cub alone. Leave it. leave Kenai alone. I mean, come on. But they kept going after him. But I'm just glad it worked out then, and that they had Nita turn into a bear. I mean, I think there could have been more to tell there with having, Koda change and Kenai turn into humans, but this was still a fun wrap up to it. I enjoyed the Moose once again. Come on, who doesn't love Rick Moranis and Dave Thomas? Especially, seemed like they got a little more screen time, but it could just be they might have got the same amount of minutes. It's just this movie was shorter. Yeah. So, but I love it that this was all about people falling in love. Well, bears and then moose falling in love. And so, yeah, you had them trying to woo the moosettes, which at first, they weren't getting the time of day, even when they were showing their bravery or lack thereof to a bear that was even on their side.
Back to the Future. So
that was great. But then how Rut was like trying to be all sensitive, and they didn't like it at first, even when Took came up with a poem that he didn't even think of. And then Root was crying about the equinox, or sorry, not the equinox,
Yeah, it was.
That's what it was.
The equinox or the northern lights. Yeah.
I need to remember that because eat an ox is what Wanda Sykes' character thought it was. But yeah, then even with that, then they thought he was sensitive. So then the Moosettes fell in love with them, and then they end up becoming two couples at the end. So that was really fun seeing that as well. So just another wholesome movie filled with love, and then Koda and Kenai, growing more and more together. But then we saw that he was a little, jealous, little jelly at the relationship that he saw that Nita was doing. But then, they became one big happy bear family at the end that resulted in us seeing a nice little bear wedding. So this was a nice,
on the channel.
yeah, nice, fun, wholesome movie, and I enjoyed it. I mean, I still think the first one was better, but this was still very enjoyable and a nice, easy watch.
Yeah, I really enjoyed this, look, I'm not actively employed by any movie studios, nor have I ever been, so I can't speak to the reasons why some of these films go to the theaters and some go, right to DVD, or at this time, well, this would have been DVD/VHS, probably a few VHS back in 06.
Yep.
Because we've seen some movies that have gone straight to DVD be great, and then there's always movies that come out in the theater that don't do so well. So I'm not gonna let my critique of this film be impacted by the fact that hey, it wasn't a theatrical release. Scrolling through Wikipedia, we see that there are some critics who had some not so great things to say, and it's like
what did you think you were?
Yeah.
I mean, imagine going in and watching this movie and coming out and just having a crusty attitude. Why'd you watch? You know what? Why'd you watch it in the first place? Well, I'm a movie critique, and this is my job, is to watch movies and critique.
You assume he's French.
Yeah, no. It's just
Here comes the hate mail.
Like, what's your deal? What's your deal? Why you gotta come out and say, oh, it lacked this or it lacked that or the substance? You know what, you old stick in the mud? Just go enjoy it for what it is. It was another wholesome movie. Was it as good as the first one? Maybe not quite, but look, if you enjoyed, here's the thing. If you just flat out said, you know what, maybe the first one, the plot was a little cliche. Well, whatever. Still, I disagree. But, these aren't films that you go into expecting some sort of Oscar-winning performance. And yes, look, I can understand the flip side of that argument. Like, we have watched some animated films that are very heavy, very incredible plots. And maybe when they went to the first one, you don't know what you're getting into. But it's like, just go in and have fun. And that's what, I did here. It's like, the first one I thought was really wholesome. I thought they did a great job with this one. Was it some groundbreaking plot? No, it's just about people who, sometimes you grow apart, and it's like life. Look, this is relatable, right? Like, life takes people in different directions. That is life. Life is gonna pull you in different directions. And look, we all have those people in our lives, whether it be a boyfriend or a girlfriend or just a friend, a relative, where life pulls us apart, and it doesn't matter how far apart you are, true bond, it never goes away. And that's what this film was about. Of course, they put it in a romantic context, but it's like, I have friends that, you don't see them for 10, 20 years. And you know what, if they needed something from you, or if they rung you up, you'd be like, yep, I'm there. You got it. No questions asked. And it's like, I thought you don't need to have some sort of groundbreaking plot if the heart of your story is genuine and it's pure and it's relatable. If it's relatable, if people can watch this and be like, you know what, this hits, this makes sense,
It doesn't need to be groundbreaking. And I thought they did a great job with this. You know, you have your main character who's torn between being a big brother and the woman that he loves, and his, you know, the commitments that he's made, and the things where, you know, the places where his heart's pulling him. You know, you have, of course, Nita, who, you know, everybody seemed, you know, real enthusiastic about the wedding. She seemed enthusiastic about it at first.
Yep.
So this wasn't a situation where you had some sort of arranged marriage and she was against it from the beginning. She seemed genuinely excited at the beginning.
Yep.
You know, comes out, of course, dude is, you know, all, you know, brawn and handsome and whatnot. Now, look, historically in animated films, that does not mean you're a good guy. You know,
Beauty and the Beast.
Gaston, you know, it's like an Inuit version of Gaston. It's like, but you know, and even in the end scene where he's chasing the bear, that didn't make him a bad guy. He was doing what he thought he needed to do to protect his village. So you know, it was just, look, spirits came down, and that's the other thing. It's like, you know, the spirits in this film, the first film and this film, it's kind of I don't want to say an abstract thing, you know, but if that makes sense, right? Like, sometimes there's not like this thing that happens that makes you feel like you have to go exploring or that you have to listen to your heart. Sometimes it's just a feeling. Sometimes, and I know this might sound cliche, and I'm not, you know, too much one of those, you know, people, but like, look, man, sometimes the universe just talks to you, you know. Sometimes it just talks to you, and that's what this film was about. You know, it was wholesome. It was different enough from the first one that it kept me interested with a good plot. They brought back the characters that we love. I mean, who are the characters that we love from the first one? Michael Clark Duncan and the Moose, right? So they got them back. Look, not having Joaquin Phoenix as the voice didn't
really seem to matter.
It didn't really impact it that much for me. And look, as far as loved actors, I mean, look, if Joaquin Phoenix, wildly talented. Look, as an 80s person, look, you replace him with Patrick Dempsey. There's no complaints here whatsoever. I absolutely love Patrick Dempsey. It took me a second with him, and then there was just that one clip where his voice was like, "That's Ronald Miller."
Yeah, because he sounded younger in that second when we kind of recognized.
Well, you also have to remember this was 06.
Yes,
this is almost 20 years ago.
Yeah,
that he probably even recorded the voices.
But
too.
he sounded like a younger Patrick Dempsey. So it took me a minute. I will say, I think I like Melissa Etheridge. I think she's well, I shouldn't say I think we can all agree. Everybody kind of unanimously agrees that she's wildly talented, and that's why she's had the music career that she's had. I prefer a little Phil Collins, you know, maybe that's just like, you think Disney movies, you think powerful Disney anthems, you kind of just think Phil Collins, right? But yeah, overall, I thought this was a really good movie. I really did. You know, and now I'm like, it's like under my skin a little bit that it went straight to the DVD, you know, in that people didn't have an opportunity to see it in the theaters. And look, it was an hour 17 long.
Yeah, well, it looked like this was made by. It looks like this was made by kind of an offshoot of former employees.
Yeah, so that's why I'm wondering. I did see that it was made by Australia.
Yeah, they wouldn't have the backing.
And that's the thing. Look, this was 73 minutes long. So what you need, look, an animated film like this, look, you need 85 or 90 realistically, an hour 25, an hour 30. They could have easily put more interactions with the moose,
the Rams.
Yeah, the Rams didn't even have any lines.
I think they could have had Nita and Kenai have, you know, maybe some sort of conflict along the way a little bit more than they had. They could have, you know, played up a little bit more of their, you know, I mean, maybe just a little bit more of a stronger connection, really push it there. But yeah, I think they could have made this an hour and a half, but like you said, maybe they didn't have, maybe it just wasn't going to go to the theaters. So Answer pulled it up. The film was produced by Disney Toon Studios, Disney Animation Australia, and Project Firefly, which at the time was a startup animation company founded by former Disney Feature Animation Florida employees. So maybe they just didn't have the pull to get it in the theaters, but that's not going to sway me either way. I thought this was a lot of fun.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of times I know you know, if any of you parents are out there watching these reactions, well, thanks for being here. But I'm sure you guys have run through the gamut of buying all the different DVDs, and of course now we have Disney Plus with the streaming, so I'm sure there's a ton of these shows that just run, you know, pretty much nonstop on your televisions at home.
That was my mom with the VHS. We have a lot of, I have them out in the garage actually.
Yep. So I mean, I'm sure that a lot of you out there probably can recognize kind of when the level of the film, maybe the money behind it maybe drops down a little bit. Therefore, some of the technical qualities maybe suffer a little bit, I guess is what I'm saying. And not in a bad way. It's just like, look, if you don't have the budget to do the animation, you don't have it. And that's all there is to it. So for me, this one is a 3. Like I said, I gave the first one a 4. I didn't think this one was as good as the first one. Again, you know, it just lacked a little bit of the heart. You know, I mean, Kenai with his brothers and everything and his whole tribe and doing the initial change, that was obviously, you know, a little bit more gripping, I think, than this story was, but still a lot of fun, still a solid follow-up. And I guarantee that if you were to do Airbnbs of cabins in northern Wisconsin, there's a very strong chance you're going to find these two movies up in the shelf someplace for sure.
Yeah, we saw on Wikipedia that they actually had, I believe they had a 2-pack on Blu-ray that you could get both of them.
There you go.
So there you go. That would, I mean, and probably DVD. So throw them right up there in the cabin. Yeah, this was a lot of fun. Another good one. You know, basic sequel for me as far as how Disney goes, where it's like their first one's amped up, and then with the exception of like the Toy Stories and stuff like that, the sequel is just a minor step down on like Aladdin, you know, with Return of Jafar, and then King of Thieves, I think is the name one.
I didn't know there was 3 for that.
For Aladdin? Yeah, I have all 3. and they're all good in their own right. It's just, you know, you take a little step down with each one, but they're still rather enjoyable, and so was this. I really enjoyed it. I laughed, you know, quite a bit, and for me it's a 3.75. I gave the last one a 4.4. So I like the first one better, but this one, I'm not to say that a 3.75 is bad. It's still easy to watch. Rewatchability is great, and it's fun for, I think, the whole family to watch along and have fun.
Yeah, love the animation. A nostalgic factor, which I've been pretty transparent on this channel. Sometimes nostalgia gives me the warm and fuzzies and may skew on otherwise just, you know, I don't know, average, you know, whatever type film. Mason Quinn hit the nail on the head. This is another up north Wisconsin. Maybe, I don't know if you know, people in other parts of the country or the world, if that was really a thing when you were growing up.
Cottage, you know, something like that.
Didn't have any TVs, so you had the same 20 VHS tapes, and sometimes you got rainy days. And
Die Hard again?
It was on repeat. Yeah, well,
that's what would have been in ours, because that's what my
kids
dad
up there, you know. But in any regard, look, anytime you're gonna do a movie for me, and you're gonna include the lessons of, you know, following your heart, that the people that you love are never really gone, and that it doesn't matter how much time and distance you put between two people. If they really love each other, they'll find their way back to each other. You throw those things into a movie, you got my vote for 2 thumbs up. So it wasn't quite as good as the first one, I don't think so, but I'm still gonna give it a 4.25.
It's high praise.
This is one of those times where I'm gonna say I shouldn't say one of those times. I generally don't really care what critics say about a movie.
Yeah.
For me, this was a really good follow-up, and I think had it had backing from, you know, a bigger production house or Disney, that it probably would have done, you know, pretty well in the theaters. This was a very enjoyable watch for me.
All right. Well, there you have it. Both Brother Bear 1 and 2 were awesome. We loved it. Thank you guys. Hopefully you guys liked it as much as we did. So for Appleton Oak, that's Mason Quinn. I'm, of course, Answer. Good night, pals.